Yo, it's Midas. This is a long video, but let's talk about SUIG, Sui Group Holdings. This is a microstrategy of Sui, which is the official DAT or the crypto treasury company that holds 450 million of Sui, backed by the official Sui Foundation. So disclaimer, everything said in this video is only for educational purposes. Make sure to always do your own research. So this is why you should listen to me, Midas, while I beat the S&P 500 by 103x at 23. If you want to see the proof, you can check it out on my link in bio. Let's talk about SUIG. So first of all, what is Sui and why am I bullish on this crypto coin? So what is Sui? Well, Sui is a high performance layer one blockchain. It has scalability and speed by utilizing parallel transaction execution to achieve high throughput and low latency, making it ideal for decentralized applications with demanding performance needs. They also have a focus on ownership and assets using an object-centric data model, enabling tracking of asset ownership and seamless user transactions with on-chain assets. So let's talk about why Sui and why I'm betting so heavy on Sui. This is coming from someone that bought into Ethereum back in 2020, Solana back in 2020, before it even ran up that high, and converted all of those assets into just Sui. So first of all, it was created by ex-Meta engineers who worked on the Meta Libra project. This was their own Web3 crypto coin, which failed. So these engineers split off and formed the projects of Sui and Aptos. Aptos is another project that was founded by ex-Meta engineers. And a founding member of the Sui team created Move, where Move is integrated into both Sui and Aptos. And personally, as a developer myself, Move is the best programming language to write in Web3. Both projects are created using Move. Another bull case for Sui is I believe that Sui is the next Solana. Out of all the layer ones in 2025, no other chain compares to the DEX volume of transactions that both of these blockchains handle each day. Sui is ranked on average as the top five chains for total value locked, ranked A tier by the Helium founder, a large project by Solana. And Best Answers, a guy that I used to watch and currently do watch, ranks number one for layer one technical performance of Sui. And out of all blockchains, it has the smoothest and user-friendly UI, with the wallets now known as Slush Wallet. Ecosystem projects like Deep, Walrus, Cetus Protocol, Scallop, etc. Also having ZK login, where you're able to log in with your Twitch account, your email account, or other sort of Web2 applications, and approving smart contracts with objects. I also want to highlight that Invest Answers was someone helped me put me on to Solana very early. So if you guys want to take a look at his channel, take a look at him. He's a good guy. As well as Sui has the high volume of transactions per second and the low fees that made Solana so big. Sui is projected to have theoretical 297,000 TPS, surpassing Solana's theoretical 65,000 TPS. So low fees plus the transaction speed is the reason why Solana blew up. And Sui is now integrated on the Phantom wallet. The clean UI brought users to Solana, bringing forth the meme coin rally. So just imagine Sui, because Solana is already having breakages every single you know every single quarter, but Sui hasn't broken down yet. So keep that in mind. Now, some recent news with Sui as to why I'm bullish on it is Sui's working with Trump, where World Liberty Financial, WLF coin, and Sui have this strategic reserve deal where they're going to be working on next gen blockchain applications and assets. So why would you not try to bet on the company that is working with Trump? Another big thing is that Sui and Google have this A2P partnership. So Sui nearly jumps 4% after this partnership with the AI payments protocol. People don't understand how big this is, that Google, a FANG company, is willing to work with a crypto company. Crypto is the future. They're the reason why they're betting on Sui. Keep that in mind as well. Sui has that ex-meta engineer. They have the connections from the tech world. That's why Sui was able to land this partnership over the other blockchains. But if you want to take a look, they're basically offering these open protocols for different payment systems. M2P, MCP is basically the best way for real-world agentic commerce, perfect for AI marketplace. And this guy, Sam, he was the one who created the Move language, which is one of the most crazy programming languages to code in Web3. Another news is that the MasterCard partnership, where Sui expands to real-world payments with X Money and X Portal via virtual MasterCard. So you haven't already seen the pattern already. Sui is the one of the only blockchains that has so much adoption into Web 2 and so many different partnerships. That's the reason why I believe it will succeed compared to the other blockchains. Many companies are huge, want to work with Sui because they understand the technology, they understand the team, and they understand the development and the developers working on this ecosystem. And then finally, for you F1 fans, Oracle Red Bull Racing joins the Sui network, where they will leverage the Sui network to develop new digital fan experiences. Even now, like they have a bigger partnership where Sui's like placed a lot or basically everywhere on these F1 vehicles. But yeah, you can see the logo right here. It's pretty crazy. As well as the Sui ETF coming soon. So NASDAQ files for 21 shares Sui ETF, kicking off SEC review. And you'll see why this is bullish for SUIG as to why you should buy SUIG over the ETF. Similar idea as to why you should buy MicroStrategy over the Bitcoin ETF. So let's talk about what is SUIG now and why you should buy it over the crypto coin Sui, what SUIG holds. So first of all, what is SUIG? Well, it's formerly MCVT before the rebrand. They used to be a short-term non-bank lender and finance firm, providing secured short-duration loans with real estate-backed or asset-backed, offering investors attractive yields in the double digits. Some examples include loans to senior living facilities and seasonal attractions with interest rates ranging from 24% annualized. And this is what SUIG is now. They rebranded to Sui Group Holdings, and they're planning to build the world's leading Sui treasury. This means that they're pioneering digital asset platform dedicated to maximizing the Sui per share, the Sui treasury, and advancing the Sui ecosystem through strategic treasury management and native protocol participation. So they are working directly with Sui in order to enhance the Sui ecosystem. So I've been hearing online, even on my posts, SUIG only has 2 employees. That is complete bullshit. If you actually look at the new rebranded website, they have multiple employees in the executive team. If you even check their LinkedIn, you can see they have multiple employees working under them. The reason why you might think there's only 2 employees, because it's a penny stock, and many of these different, brokerage firms, they don't actually list the correct number for penny stock. We don't have much awareness, so keep that in mind. But let's talk about the SUIG bull case. This is where it gets really exciting and why I'm so bullish on this company. So they hold the most SUI out of all the public companies and are the official SUI treasury. And I say official because they are backed by the SUI Foundation themselves. So they currently hold around 105 million tokens, worth 297 million SUI. But looking to acquire 450 million SUI tokens, that would be the most out of all public treasury companies. And SUIG is a leverage play on Sui backed by the Sui Foundation themselves. If Sui explodes, like 2x's, then SUIG can potentially 5x. It's the exact same idea with MicroStrategy and Bitcoin. While MicroStrategy, or while Bitcoin, went up maybe like 3x back in 2020, Bitcoin went up close to around 8x. And SUIG is backed by the Sui Foundation themselves, so SUIG can purchase Sui for a 16% discount. And Sui is the next Solana. Sui is also my most confident crypto play this bull run, alongside other Sui ecosystem coins like Deep Book Protocol, Walrus, and finally Ondo. But Kevin O'Leary, the guy from the Shark Tank, and Raoul Paul, both key figures in the Sui world, are both very bullish on Sui, and they have made X posts announcing Sui. Another thing I'm really bullish on SUIG is that their buyback program, they bought 2 million shares at $4.30. is currently trading at $2.88. So right now, retail is buying in for a discount. They plan to double down on their investment strategy by announcing another 50 million share buyback. This is extremely bullish for these companies because they would not be buying back their own shares unless they have confidence in the company long term. And this is a quote from the CEO. You can take a look here, take a pause, but it's basically saying they have confidence in the Sui Group's long-term growth trajectory and the foundational strength of our platform. They want to, bolster shareholder returns in a dynamic market environment. But yeah, they basically believe that the stock is currently undervalued, especially with the partnership with Sui, and more to this bull case. So right now, SUIG is extremely undervalued. So Sui price right now probably dipped a bit more because of the Trump tariffs, all manipulation, by the way. It's at $2.51. SUIG now it's at $2.88. They hold around 105 tokens. They have cash on hand 56 million. The total NAV is 320 million. The shares outstanding is 86 million. This actually increased to around, forgot the number, but they increased it. Take a look at the filing. And the NAV per share is $3.72. But the current price is, since it's at $2.88, it's trading at a 20% discount. So in other words, you're basically buying $1 of assets of SUI for 80 cents. If you want to fact check this calculation, put it into ChatGPT and ask you to calculate the NAV, and it should give you the right number. But yeah, let's get to the more of the finances. So the MNAV, the market net asset value, this is crucial for these crypto treasury companies as it measured how much of a company's total assets value is reflected in its stock price. So when MNAV is equal to 87 cents or 87, it means the market is valuing the company at only 87% of what its holdings are worth. This can show that a company is undervalued compared to its assets. As well as SUIG stakes Sui for a steady revenue stream. If you know about crypto and you know about the blockchains, you know that if you stake your crypto on a blockchain, you're able to get around like a 10% to 6% return, basically interest rates. But SUIG holds Sui and stakes all of it, which is 105 tokens, 105 million tokens, earning around 2.2% yield. That's roughly around 15K per day. This staking income grows their total asset value over time and also makes more Sui every day. And this is one of the strongest bull cases about SUIG. But Sui Group partners with Athena and the Sui Foundation to launch Sui USDE and USDI, the first native Sui stablecoins. And if you know about stablecoins, you know I'm so bullish on it because another big Nasdaq company that just released this year is Circle Internet Group. So I believe that SUIG, as it's also releasing stablecoins, it could be the next Circle Internet Group, mirroring how USDC became the liquidity backbone for Ethereum. I believe that SUIG can do the same for Sui. They are planning to bring stable on-chain liquidity directly to the Sui ecosystem. And as demand for stable assets grow, Sui Group is positioning themselves as the center of Sui's financial infrastructure. But for my price target, current price is at $2.86, a major discount if I say. The current market cap is 232 million. My price target is $10 plus. But finally, let's talk about why you should consider buying SUIG over the crypto Sui. So once SUIG is no longer a penny stock and is an established treasury like MicroStrategy, the dips will be minimal when Sui falls. So buying SUIG allows you to get Sui gains tax-free if you're in Canada and holding a TFSA. And SUIG is a leverage play on Sui. It can outperform the returns of Sui quite easily. So remember back in MicroStrategy and Bitcoin, if you bought MicroStrategy instead of Bitcoin back in the 2020 bull run, you would have made a 9x instead of a 6.5x with Bitcoin. But if you have any questions about SUIG and why I'm so bullish on it, give me a comment below and I'll respond when I can. Otherwise, just comment down in the Discord. If you want to join my Discord and you want real-time stock and crypto calls, become financially free and join a community of hungry degens, join in my link in bio. If you want to take a look at all my stock picks, also in my link in bio. But if you enjoyed the video, subscribe and like for more. I appreciate the support of all my followers. But that's all I got for today. Today's video was on Sui Group Holdings, the MicroStrategy of Sui. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.